Welcome to USAFBL Fingerboard Podcast. I'm your host, Levine Cunningham, and I am lost in Germany. I'm not even gonna lie, I can't pronounce where I'm at. I don't even know where it is on a map. All I know is that I need GPS to get me pretty much everywhere. If you haven't figured out by now, I am in Germany. I'm live on the scene. I'm about 15 minutes outside of Blackriver headquarters. So we experienced the most epic event that went down yesterday. That is Fast Fingers 21. And so with that, it comes with so much. I'm just lost for words in reality. Like, was the most epic event I've ever been to, ever seen, ever heard of, might possibly ever experience. And your boy sucked in all of that experience, all of that knowledge, all of those vibes. And I am excited to bring those to you for next year in 2025 for sure. So I've been taking notes. I've been hard at work. And for you guys that are expecting a actual legitimate episode this week, I apologize. Working our asses off over here, and we dropped the ball this week. I'm not gonna lie. Tried to get an episode out for you guys. It just didn't work out. I'm gonna act like I'm kind of upset for you guys as the fans. Like, I feel like you guys definitely deserve better, but at the same time, Levine's got to live his best life. And so while you might think that I'm in Germany, playing around and having the time of my life, and believe me, I am having the time of my life, I've been hard at work, man. I've been hard at work. So Levine has been out here just meeting people, networking, also, once again, having the time of his life. And I am super happy to bring you guys a huge list of European guest. Like, the list is so long and it's so exciting. Most of these people I've already known and I've already met, but a lot of these people I've actually never met in real life, but I've talked to them on Instagram, stuff like that, for a couple of years now. So it's actually exciting to be able to, build on those connections, be able to put together a really, really, really good interviews, episodes, all kinds of cool stuff. This all is going to be coming to you guys here shortly. So I'm pretty excited. I'm sure you guys are like, all right, who's he been talking to? Who's on the list? And so I got the, you know what? I'm gonna tell you guys the list. This is the list right here. So we've got Mike F. Beer. If you guys aren't familiar with him, huge digital creator. He's pretty widely known in the European scene. I met Drively.fb, got third place in Combo of the Year last year. Bev Up, if you guys are familiar with him, on the West Coast. Box Lunch, definitely one of the local homies out of Kentucky. If you guys aren't familiar with him, really, really, really good game of skater. Christ Alex, I call him Alex Christ. It just sounds better, but that's just me. You guys are probably familiar with him on the Flat Face crew. I know he had a huge edit on the Flat Face yearly edit. He just absolutely killed it. He's an OG. Can't wait to definitely get an interview with this guy. I met up with Curious Boards. We actually hung out most of the event. He's a super cool dude out of the UK. He's definitely one of the more up-and-coming board makers for sure. So super excited to get on a mic with him. We've got Guerrilla Games. If you guys aren't familiar, which I wasn't, I'm not even gonna lie, but they were a sponsor for the Fast Fingers 21 event. And I met the, I guess you call him the ringleader, the guy that kind of runs most of the company and stuff, and had a really interesting conversation as far as like what they're doing and it's crazy the stuff that they're doing and how they got involved with Blackriver and stuff. And it's going to be a really good episode for sure. I'm excited for that one. And then I also met up with Johnny from D Wood Fingerboards. If you guys aren't familiar with D Wood Fingerboards, he is selling those out of Slush Cold. So if you guys are on the Slush Cold site, you see those boards. We're getting ready to have an interview with him, so you get to meet and see and hear his story. So pretty cool stuff. And of course, one of my favorite ladies of all time, don't tell my wife, but Katha FBS. So if you guys love, FBS tape and, the fingerboard store, we're going to have that episode as well. I've known her for years and talked her into getting on the podcast. So it's going to be a good time for sure. And then I've got Lawrence with Antidote Fingerboards. So if you guys are familiar with Antidote Fingerboards from overseas, I've got him getting ready to get on the mic. I've got Ravioli Fingerboards and Slick Screws. So Slick Screws is, they make replacement screws and stuff for your Blackriver base plates. So if they get stripped out, anything like that, Slick Screws is supposed to be the go-to option for that. So I know you guys have probably seen it on the Flat Face website and of course on the Blackriver site as well. So we're gonna get ready to see the face and the name behind all of that as well. And then we've got Tom from Pop Decks. Tom and Ollie used to have, I don't know, it's the lack of sleep in Germany, but they used to have a podcast. Tom and Ollie from Blackriver, they used to do a podcast about 3 or 4 years ago. We've got Tom, who was actually, we recorded an episode, but like 3 years ago, but it never got released. So I'm going to be interested to see if they will release it or release it to me so that I can release it to you guys. It's a really good episode, if I remember correctly. And I'm excited to get him on the mic and share some of that podcasting knowledge from back in the day. So we've got those people. And if you thought that, you know, I'm not going to give you guys some of the juice, you know, you guys are like, okay, well, what about the Blackriver squad? You know, I've got like literally half of the Blackriver squad all lined up for you guys. I'm super excited. We've got Afrobi. He's one of my favorite. He's like the edit king for me. Like to be able to meet him and see him fingerboard, absolutely crazy. We've got Geldo. I got to meet him, got to see him skate. Of course, Martine, the owner of Blackriver. It's going to be a really, really good episode for sure. You guys all know that, you know, we've heard his story. But the problem is that, you know, he hasn't been interviewed in like 2 or 3 years. And so Martin has definitely added 3 or 4 chapters to his life that are super exciting, especially 25 years of Blackriver. So we're excited to get that interview and that episode launched. You got my personal favorite fingerboarder of all time, Nico Frank. So we're going to get Nico on the mic. We've got Paulo from Axe Ramps, who's also on the Blackriver team as well. So we'll get that as well. Super excited for that episode. And then Purpley Orange, I met him. He is kind of behind the scenes for the Blackriver team. If you guys remember our tour flyer for 2022, he's the guy that actually laid all that out. So he does a lot of the design work, a lot of the marketing, stuff like that that goes along with the Blackriver team. And so it'll be interesting to kind of see how that looks like on the Blackriver side as well. So we've got some interesting conversations there. And then, of course, you know, we got Stefan Crozer with Bloody Hand. Super cool dude, crazy story. I'm excited to get into that. Stoli, who's also one of my favorite fingerboarders, he placed 3rd in the Fast Fingers World Championship contest. So I'm excited to get a formal episode with him. And of course, you know, the #1 best fingerboarder World Championships, multi-world champion fingerboarder in the world, Ramon Angelo. We've got him on the mic as well, coming soon. And then for you skateboarders out there, which I know there's a lot of you, we've got Candy Jacobs from the skateboarding side of Blackriver. And so I got to meet up with her. She blew out her knee, which is absolutely crazy. So she's got some old and some new stories for sure. So I'm excited to get all this stuff to you. Like I said, I've been working hard for you guys. I don't have a formal episode for you, but I'm excited to bring you all of this new content. And trust me, there is a lot of new content. So I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys. And also, I've never released basically an edit in probably like 2 years. I think was like the last edit I've ever put out. And you know what? I'm gonna drop you guys a ASI Berlin edit. And so when I say ASI, Americans say ASI, which I've been saying ASI all the way up until like yesterday, and I've been corrected. So Americans, let's get our shit together. It's ASI Berlin, not ASI Berlin. So ASI Berlin, ASI is bum in German. So it's literally bum Berlin, which, you know, to each their own. It's whatever. I like it. I like the vibe. But if you come out here, it's ASI, not ASI. So let's not be making ourselves look like dumb Americans, I guess I say. So I'm gonna educate you guys. Also, let me know if you guys want a travel guide as to how to get to Blackriver headquarters. I've done a lot of research, couldn't find any real information as far as how to get out here. And trust me, it is a trek. And so I'm going to you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a Black River guide as far as how to get out here, the flight, the hotels, hostels, trains, bus, subways, sky trains, all that stuff. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you all the deets. So we'll do a vlog on that as well. So anyways, we got lots of content coming your ways. Super sorry I don't have a formal episode for you guys. You guys are usually used to, but definitely checking in, definitely keeping up with the weekly podcast for sure. We got lots of cool content, lots of cool guests lined up. We could easily go into season 4 as far as how many guests I've got on the roster. So super excited for you guys. We got a lot of content coming your way. And also audio version will not have the edit. So definitely go to the YouTube side and watch the edit that I've got that's attached to this episode. Till next time.